Growing up on Navajo Nation, I had grandparents who would share stories with me about the emergence of our people. And from a young age, everyone is taught respect for yourself, respect for others, respect for nature. So I figured the best way to do that would be to get on fire. And preservation of the landscape, I think that's what kind of brought me into this field and helped me to pursue my master's degree in forestry. Coming from NAU and looking at the School of Forestry and the Ecological Restoration Institute, there was a lot of talks with tribes here in Arizona and New Mexico of getting joint projects going to study the landscape. In the Chuska Mountains, there's a town called Lakajike, and it's a town located at the western base of the Chuska Mountains. The Chuskas have gone with an extended period without fire than some of the other forests here in the Southwest. And I learned from my study, there is need to implement fire back in the landscape.
Not actively managing our forests for a number of years. And, you know, from a standpoint of thinning as well as logging, that has led our forests to become very thick. And so with the university research coming in, that allows us to also incorporate a lot of the information we're gathering, because we know there are a lot of bright individuals out there that are taking these studies and moving them forward. In case Lionel's project, taking a look at the cultural uses of fire, the history of fire on the nation. A lot of people really start to realize, yeah, fire was important. And fire was evident. And what we're hoping to do is to really gather that information through those studies to figure out how do we best manage the resources that we do have now.
Northern Arizona University has, as one of its mission statements, working with Native American tribes and Native students in order to advance scientific discovery and educational attainment. And so all of these ridges are subsequent fires, one after another. The partnerships between NAU and the Navajo Nation and institutions like Diné College are extremely valuable to all of us. They help provide resource managers and decision makers on the Navajo Nation with information about forest ecology, about critical issues like climate change and forest fires. They provide opportunities for Native American students and other students to learn from each other, to learn about the context of forest management, the cultural context, the ecological and social importance of these forests on the Navajo Nation.
A lot of these tribal lands are underrepresented, and a lot of them, there just hasn't been studies done with these partnerships. And so that leaves a lot of area which could provide a lot of potential feedback, and I believe that a lot of Native youth are unaware that there's programs and assistantships out there to further your education and help promote your land and your people as well.
The growth is suppressed.
We will do whatever we can from the standpoint of the department to assist those that are willing to come forth and work with the Navajo Nation to do those studies and collect that information, not only to benefit and further the education of those that are conducting the study, but to also benefit and look at the management of our resources. You get that collaboration to better manage, to have a better, healthier forest.
Yeah, let's see if the same thing shows up on other people's cores. We work to create opportunities for students by trying to listen carefully to our partners and understand where there are places where the university can play a positive role. So from this project, we have a much more clear idea of some of the needs of resource management on the Navajo Nation, talking with foresters, administrators, and residents of the region helps prepare us for future research with new students looking down the road to try to answer broader questions.
I guess my big plan
here's
is
Lionel.
to go back to Navajo Nation and get collaboration going between universities or research centers or other federal agencies who want to do joint management, want to create opportunities for the youth to better themselves and at the same time do as I did, gain all this knowledge and take it back to the tribal lands.
We have the Navajo Nation
and utilizing Western science and also acknowledging and utilizing traditional knowledge as well to manage the landscape.